Hey guys, it's your girl Shalae. I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about the student loan extension. We're also going to talk about EBT, guaranteed income programs, school clothing vouchers, and more. Why? Because today is Shalae. So if you want to know what the family had to ask, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girls got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey, friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel, we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below when you're in, just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like because you love me bringing you this video on the weekend, which is not my schedule. And as you can see, I'm in a new hotel, new hairdo. So I guess it's just all that new that's going on, right? Yeah, your girl, I got nothing but love for you, baby. All right, so don't forget, I do have an ebook for sale. So if you haven't, purchased it, go ahead and get a copy of my ebook where you can build your brand on YouTube for $14.97. Or you can get a vendor's list if you are just starting out. And then, EBT. If you don't have Amazon Prime, why not? You get it for $5.99. I'm just saying. All right, so let's go ahead and kick off the student loan update because it came in hot last night, okay? Hot. The Biden administration decided to go ahead and extend the student loans, okay? So we know that they were supposed to start back, or you were supposed to start back making your payments on October 1, but now they have been extended until January 31st, okay? Come on. Now, it would have been a lot better, if y'all could just went on and canceled the $50,000 in student loans. But, we'll take it, baby steps, right? So this is supposed to be the final extension on there for the student loans. And they said as of right now, this is the fourth time the student loans have been extended. So you don't have to make payments until February. I guess they're trying to get you around tax time. And as of right now, they're still researching on the $50,000 student loan, if they're going to erase it or not. So we'll continue to watch, and I'll bring you the update. I do have my computer here, so if y'all looking like, what's she looking over here for? Honey, sometimes your girl got to get your questions together. All right, the first question comes from Miss Stacy. Stacy says, hey, Shalae, do you think there's going to be a fourth stimulus check? Now, I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that are reporting. You see, I haven't really talked about it that much because as of right now, they're stating if this continues to go with the Delta variant, then it could be possibly that we get another stimulus check. But I mean, if you've seen the job reports for July, there was like 936,000 or 34,000 jobs that were created in July. And so they're saying, hey, the economy is recovering, very well. So there's not a need for a stimulus check. We don't know, what's going to happen going into the fall and winter months. Hopefully it doesn't get, worse because we don't want to go back on lockdown. But is there a possibility? Yes, I'm always a hopeful, half glass type full, type of girl. I think I said that right. But yeah, so could it be one? Yeah. Do I think it's one coming just right now? Girl, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't think so right now. All right, let's keep it moving. The next one comes from Carmi. She says, hey, do you have the web address or the phone number for the IRS? My banking information has changed. Girl, so yes, you can go to irs.gov and you can update your information, or you can call 1-800-829-1040. And there you have it. All right, the next one comes from Miss Liddy from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I have a friend I went to college with. If she's watching, hey, Shannon. She's from Hattiesburg. She says, is Hattiesburg going to give out any school supplies or free money on school clothes? I did not see Hattiesburg. I did 2 different videos. If you haven't watched for school clothing vouchers, check out those videos. Those were the states. I will tell you, Ohio is going real big. They have another program that is about to get ready to begin as well for school clothing vouchers. But I did the states that I could see. Now, I know some organizations like United Way, Salvation Army, they always do school clothing vouchers where you can sign up, as well as you can talk to your school, your child's school, and see if they know of any programs. I mean, this is why they have counselors and caseworkers. Maybe they can refer you to a place as well, or you can dial 211. All right, thank you, Liddy, for your question. The next one comes from Ann Hernandez. She said, I bought your book a long time ago and I didn't get it. I'm going to say that you probably didn't know that you received it, okay? And so a lot of times when you purchase my book, it does go to a spam folder. I have that on there when you purchase the book. that more than likely it will go to your spam folder, and you got to go in there and download it as well. All you have to do is send me an email showing where you purchased it, because you should have received your receipt as well, or show where you paid it, and I'll send you another one, girl. Easy peasy. All right. All right, the next one comes from Felicia. Felicia says, is there any helpful resources for Louisiana single mothers? Now, Felicia, girl, I did a video on single mom resources, and they read me to shreds. Okay, they pulled all my edges back, had me looking like LeBron up in here, because they were like, girl, why did you just say single mothers? Why you didn't do parents? Why you didn't do... So I went looking for single mother programs, because, you know, I'm equal opportunity around here. I think it's for everyone. It was just at the time the video pertained to single mothers. It wasn't that I was excluding single fathers. It wasn't that I wasn't appreciative. I didn't want to put single fathers on there, and there was nothing in there for you. Makes sense? All right. So on there for single mothers, I went looking. I did not see where there was just a program for single mothers. That's where you have to reach out to your caseworker, DHR, and see if there's some different things going on that you dial 211. I'm always going to push for you to dial 211, guys, because there's a lot of resources and there's a lot of things that goes on there. Next one comes from Sai. Are there any grants or government funding available for people who are interested in building a tiny home as their primary residence? Child, Sai, there are grants for everyone. Like, I can't wait till I come to you guys about my vending machine, because honestly, that's how I started. I mean, grants. Like, I tell you guys, there's money out here. You have to find the money. Like, you got to go where the money reside, you got to find it, right? And it's out here. So is it probably a grant available for a tiny home? More than likely it is. Now, are you going to have to weed through 100 or 1,000 other things to find it? Possibly. I would just say, when you are applying for grants, though, do not pay anything. If somebody says that you have to pay anything to get some money, that is not the one for you, baby. Not the one. Also look at like your, I would contact like a real estate agent to see, and reach out to places that you're thinking about purchasing the tiny home from, because they might have financing options or be able to steer you in the right direction. I'm not purchasing a tiny home at this point, so I don't know. All right. The next one comes from Lorraine. Lorraine said, when will there be free monetary funds in Maryland? So Maryland did a program a few months ago. I want to say, I can't remember. I know it was this year they did a program, but I have a video that's coming out on Monday, and it has a lot of money and funds on there. So definitely stay tuned for that, because it's coming. Alrighty, the next one comes from Lucy. I love Lucy. Is there any pandemic programs for seniors? Some of us are not getting the $375 food stamps. The cost of food and medication has us in a bad situation. We are on a fixed income. We are being left out. That's what we're trying to ask, but thanks for responding. All right, Lucy, so I get it, right? Yes, there are some places that are doing programs. I know in Texas, they're doing where you can get up to $100 free if you have to be 62 plus. It's in Lubbock, Texas. I just read about it today. I'll probably be putting out that information. They are doing something I know in Ohio. They are doing where you can get food for being a senior, as well as they're doing prescription medicines, that if you need help paying your prescriptions, they have that as well. Are there programs out here? Yes, there are. But sometimes when I put out videos, if I find it, just say in Texas or Utah, then people are like, well, why you didn't mention Pennsylvania? Why you didn't mention Cali? And it's like, sometimes, it's not that I'm excluding you. This is where I found the information at. So you didn't put what city or what state you're from. But I mean, if you want more things for seniors, I can put that out. I just don't know if it'll be your state or not. But there are programs out there. So yes. All right. The next one comes from Miss Darlene, and she's in Alabama. Roll Tide. What programs in Alabama that help low-income senior disabled individuals with bills, finances, auto repairs, and dental? So on there, it's like you need the whole shebang, Darlene. It just depends. So when it comes for like medical and dental, we have sliding scale hospitals or sliding scale clinics that will help you. So if you don't have an income, you don't have to pay for it. We also, for bills, we have like the United Way. I know, like, I'm a part of the United Way of Madison County, but they have the Catholic Center for Concern, where it's like, I don't want to call them the nuns, but the Catholic Church, they have money that provides to help you with your bills as well. And then when it comes for like home repairs and different autos, you got like the Habitat for Humanity that will get someone out to help service your home. You're just going to have to reach out. Did you dial 211? On there. All right, the next one comes from Janae. Free back to school vouchers in New York. I did not see any back to school vouchers in New York, but there is some money in New York. That I do know, because I just seen it. The video will be out on Monday, so stay tuned, darling. All right, the next one comes from Billy Perkins. Can I please get the pandemic EBT information? What exactly you want to know for pandemic EBT? Because I know they said like Texas got paid. Some parishes in Louisiana got paid yesterday. Texas got paid yesterday. A few of my contacts have been sending me emails and they're like, Shalae, hey, that money didn't came through. So what information do you want to know, love? Let me know, Billy. Right back. All right, the next one comes from Martha. She says, I'm not sure who to reach out for reference, but currently I'm under Section 8 in my rental office, and they have a working key to gain access to my unit, but I have a security latch on my door. I was sleeping today. I heard a noise in my apartment. I go into my surprise. Security forced the latch on my door, the rental office. They continue to send workers to my home with no notice at all. These are non-emergent repairs. I don't know who to turn to. When I questioned the contractors, they said the office had reached out to me. So I would just go to your office and speak to them and just let them know that, hey, you know what? Usually before they're getting ready to come or they have some type of building maintenance, they'll put like a notice on your door and say, hey, you know, on Saturday from 9 to 5, we're going to be coming in and out to spray, you know, what is it, like the termites, or spray for roaches, or we're going to, you know, come and the water would be turned off or something like that. So a lot of times they give you a notice to let you know that they're going to be doing this work. And I would just say that if you know beforehand, then go ahead and, you know, unlock and take your latches off. Or just go to them and see if there's any way that you cannot, or your apartment cannot get whatever service they're offering. That's what I would do. You probably have to just go and talk to them, but you keep locking it up. Girl, you don't want to sit up here and make any damages on your door or just cause an issue with them. Just see what you can do. Talk to them. Communication is always key. Talk to people, work it out like adults, and keep it moving. All right, the next one comes from Althea. She says, where do I apply for the funds that they are giving out monthly? I live in Connecticut, so I don't see a guaranteed income program in your state at all, Althea. So that's the only thing I can think of what you're talking about for monthly. Let me know. Right back and let me know, is that what you're talking about? All right, Nakia says, good morning. I need rental assistance in Kansas City, Missouri. I was wondering, how can I apply for student loan forgiveness with a disability? So on there, when it comes to a disability, if you're like 100% disabled, they have different forms. I went over these forms and I have a video on student loan forgiveness, but if you type in student loan forgiveness disability on Google, you're going to have to fill out the forms. You're going to have to send them in and, you know, address what's going on. They may ask for some paperwork. They may ask for your tax returns, but it's all worth it if you get approved where you don't have to pay your student loan. So it's just like, you know, I'm sure if you go to the Department of Education on their website, they probably have on there like, hey, you know, student loan forgiveness, disabilities, and all that stuff. It's going to take a little bit of work. Okay. All right. So the next one comes from Barbara. She says, how can I get this for my grandkids? This is my love care. What are you trying to get, Barbara? You didn't say what you were trying to get. You didn't say what you were trying to get. Kimberly says, can you qualify for food stamps if you work for the government? Yeah, as long as you meet the income requirements, you definitely can do it. Absolutely. Michelle says, hey, what is going on with the Social Security? When are we getting our increase? So, Michelle, I talked about this in my last Shalae video. With the Social Security increase, the increase will be in October. We'll know exactly what you're going to get, if it's going to be 5%, 6%. What's going to happen? We will know in October, but you won't actually start getting the money until January. So as of right now, it's just kind of in limbo. But yeah, that's what we have going on. All right, the next one comes from Miko. Hey, I need money for school supplies. There are so many states that are offering back to school programs where you can just go get a book bag full of supplies. They have radio stations that are giving out school supplies. They have schools that are giving out school supplies, churches. I mean, even if you didn't apply for a program, there are so many different places that are giving out school supplies. Take a pick. take a pick. That's all I'm going to say. All right, the next one comes from Tara. She says, I need help on you help me find the correct form. Meaning me and my daughter, 21, we need to fill out so my daughter can recover from her stimulus check. She's eligible for the first and second stimulus check. She never got the third that we knew she qualified for. It wasn't in the system. Check 1 and check 2. Anything you can do to help me? I would say reach out at this point to the IRS, because your first and second stimulus checks that you received, if you did not get your third stimulus check, from my understanding, they had the portal. You can go on the portal and you can register at that point. But I would reach out to the IRS and see if they have any other information for you. The next one comes from Israt. My question is that I attended high school full remotely last year in September to this year June. Am I eligible to get pandemic EBT? I live in Brooklyn, New York, but did not get a card yet. What is the number that I can reach and call them? So on there, are you eligible? Yes. If you were in high school on there and you were completely virtual, you are. But New York has been a little bit behind on issuing their money, so that's probably why you haven't received it. If you dial from your phone 97779 and put in SNAP, it will give you, it'll actually enter your state, and then it'll give you the number that you can call for your pandemic EBT hotline. But last time I checked, New York hasn't started issuing out from the school year. And let me know down in the comments below if you started getting the money from New York. But should you be eligible? Absolutely. All right. The next question comes from Zanielle. She says, do you know who is in charge of releasing the pandemic EBT funds? My state is doing these kids wrong this time. I'm trying to get some answers. The majority of the kids will not be receiving them because they are in the process of what we're doing. They're basing the schools where 51% in person. They will not receive them. Also, is the decision up to the school? So this virtual or this pandemic EBT has been quite a mess, right? We're going to extend grace to everyone. I know we need the money, right? I get it. But as of right now, there are some schools that had just the attendance rosters were messed up, where some people were saying the child was virtually, then it wasn't virtual. Then some people were still getting it and they're still were getting pandemic EBT and their child was in school. So it's a lot going on, and the states are now trying to get it all worked out. And so you see, even my state issued out the wrong amounts. So it's a lot going on when it comes to this pandemic EBT. As of right now, I'll go back through and see if I can get some more updates. But if you check out, like I said, your state's website, like their DHR website, if you call someone and see what's going on. Also, they have like their social media. They're putting it on different social media to say, hey, you know what? We're going through this, or these are the dates. And I know I've been reading some people like, hey, you told us one date, but then I didn't get it on this date. Or I know somebody was saying that I think she was in Louisiana that she got like $900. She told me for each of her kids, she checked her cards yesterday and had $2,700 on there, and she was in Louisiana. So it's just right now, it's a little bit crazy. Extend that grace, and I promise you, you're going to get your money, honey. I know that doesn't help because you need the money now. But as of right now, I'll see if I can get a better update for that. And that's all we have this week for the questions. So continue to submit your questions down to Ask Shalae. As much as I can help you, I would love to. But, you know, you got to help yourself as well, right? Like, I'm big on giving you the information. But I do feel if I put out there like, hey, Harris County is giving out $1,500, then people are like, well, what's the site? Well, how do I fill out the application? Well, baby, you're going to have to do a little bit of work to get the $1,500. Like, I can't walk you through from step to step to step. I got a life too. Like, mama got a life too. Okay, so I put the plug, the information was me giving it to you because you didn't know it exists. See, that's what the plug was. The plug was, here it is, it exists. Now you got to take it, you know, from here to the next step and filling out the application, to submitting the paperwork, to going ahead and apply. You have to do that. You know how they say, like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. I done led you to the water, but now you got to drink, honey. And that's all I have. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about my hair. You know, we're in a new location. You know, it's going to keep changing. This is just the job that I have. And so, yeah, it's going to be all this, but I'm still bring it to you as much as I can bring it to you. Purchase my ebook, get my planner, and yeah, ask those questions, girl. And you have a great Saturday. And I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.